This is for sure the best King Kong Bundy figure ever, but this might be figure of the year. What's up, Jared? Over here today, the new WWE Ultimate Edition Coliseum Collector Edition King Kong Bundy. This is the first ever King Kong Bundy that Mattel has made in over 10 years. There's only one King Kong Bundy figure. It was one of the very first Legends series, and I think it was like 2009 or 2010 they made it. And that thing goes for several $100s, and they finally just re-signed King Kong Bundy, and now they can make his figures, and they made him in the Coliseum Collection Edition, like based off his LJN. And I'm super excited for this because I've always found King Kong Bundy on like the figure cool, and I always had the original LJM because it was my dad's and he gave it to me, and I always thought that figure was like one of the coolest figures because it's just massive LJM figure, and now they made it in like a Mattel version, so I'm super excited. And also, this is my first ever Coliseum Collector Edition figure, so this is a whole new experience for me with this new packaging. So we got King Kong Bundy here and it's like the retro packaging of like the old rings, Ultimate Edition logo here, Mattel. The red outline on the top has 5 because he always had the big like 5 slap on the chest. On the side, you can see the face or the artwork of the man himself. The retro logo up here on the back, another picture of him posing, but with the shirt that he wore. And then the retro logo, and then you got the authentic sticker there. And this side, red and blue and white, and the white Ultimate Edition logo. And then to open this, I think I've never had one of these before, so I don't really want to damage this. It looks like you just pull this tab. You can start to see the crowd, the retro logo, and then I think you just pull this out as well. I was wrong. You just open this up, and bam! Look at this beautiful packaging. You pull this out, and there we have it. This is like the backdrop of everything that the LJN figures would have, and this is like based off the LJN packaging, the Coliseum packaging. This is so freaking cool. This is my first ever one, so that's why I'm kind of like go in depth to it. If you've already seen them, you can skip through this, but I've never seen this in person yet. So we got the picture of King Kong Bundy himself there, like the artwork and Coliseum Collection. Supposed to be like the LJN logo, the retro logo, obviously the big bubble because it's supposed to be like the LJN bubbling King Kong Bundy, the engraving of the Ultimate Edition logo, which is really cool in the silver King Kong Bundy, and you flip it around and they have all the figures that have been in the series so far, and just like the LJNs, which I find super cool. There's a couple of these figures I kind of do want to get eventually that I regret not getting. Like the Heart Foundation would be really cool to get, but then we have like the little like sticker like or a cutout piece that the LJNs used to have and everything. So if you want to pause the video and read that, go ahead. But the packaging just, it looks like it slides up and everything, and you can take them out. So we're gonna get this opened up and then we're gonna review King Kong Bundy. There we have it. We have King Kong Bundy out of the package, and he comes with a bunch of accessories. This figure looks absolutely awesome, so let's go over the accessories first. So starting off with King Kong Bundy comes with 2 interchangeable hands, and the first set is just plain fist hands. The second set is the giant open hands for like when he slaps everybody, like the big giant 5. And then he comes with 3 interchangeable heads. Technically 4 if you count the one that's already on him. This one's kind of derpy. It's just like, I don't even know what to describe how this is supposed to be, this look. He's got like a half open mouth with like squinted eyes. Like, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, like angry or what, but it's something. Now, something that definitely looks angry is this head right here. He looks like he is pissed. He's gritting his teeth. His face looks all angry. His eyes are really wide. This looks like he is, best way to put it, looks like he's on the toilet. He's squeezing really hard, man. This one is like, in my opinion, looks like, you know, Sloth from Goonies. I'm like, it looks like him, but it looks like Sloth from Goonies. I can't not look at this face now and not think of Sloth from Goonies. It's like his yelling face. Honestly, this might be the one I pose him with because it's the funniest one and like the coolest one at the same time. I think it's supposed to be like the LJN because the LJN, he has like an open mouth and everything, like a morphed open mouth and everything. So I think that's what it's supposed to be like. But his heads are very big, and you can see like the rolls from the fat on his head and everything. But I feel like they did a really good job. And honestly, this is probably my favorite head. It looks the most like him anyways. And the last accessory is the gigantic black t-shirt that has King Kong Bundy on there and says King Kong Bundy. And he looks gigantic on this shirt. The back, there's nothing there, but it's a nice, super soft cloth black t-shirt that has no Velcro, so you're going to have to stretch it over his gigantic body. All right, so onto the figure itself. This is a figure I've been wanting in my collection for a very long time. I've always just found King Kong Bundy very unique, and always have wanted him in my collection. So starting with, he has the high wrestling boots, but they're massive boots because was a very, very large man. I just looked at the box. He was 458 pounds. So this man was gigantic. So he's gonna have some gigantic boots. It's all black with the bottoms being white with some white laces. And then he's got like the white sleeve, like for his lower calf, or like socks that show. And then he's got the beefy, like super wide beefy knee pads that they use for like the fatter guys. So it doesn't have any slots in the back, so it doesn't bend. It does bend for a 90 degrees, and that's about it. He has short, stubby legs. He wasn't super tall. Let's see what this says here. Okay. This figure, because he's so big, makes him feel like he was way shorter. He was 6'4", but I guess when you're 458 pounds, you look kind of stubby because how wide he is. But he has these super thicker, like they're thick legs. Honestly, these might be the biggest legs I've seen on a Mattel figure. Like King Kong Bundy's setting records here right now for the Mattel figures. So he's got some massive legs that actually do a perfect splits, which is really surprising. But it's an Ultimate Edition, so it's gonna have really good like movement and everything. Goes straight out. A little clicky there. I don't like that. But overall, really good. It's not stiff or anything, which is impressive. And then he has the black singlet that he would wear that looks like it's hanging on for dear life there. And he has a massive torso. This might be the biggest Ultimate Edition torso that they've made. Mine's a little scuffed up. I might have to go over there with a Sharpie or something to try to clean this up, which is kind of annoying. But I feel like they represented his giant weight size very well. The back here is, you can see the butterfly joints are there. And then he does have some massive arms, not because he was muscular, more because he was fat. But overall, I feel like this figure represents the size of King Kong Bundy very well. Double jointed arms, forearm tape, the white tape, mic holding hands. And then in my opinion, the worst head scan out of all of them. Like, it kind of looks like him, but also I just feel like it just looks like a generic, like when you play WWE 2K and they click the bald guy, this is what it reminds me of. Like, it kind of looks like him, but it kind of just looks like a generic head. I feel like the one that looks the most like him is this one, even though it's the funniest one. But overall, this head is okay. It was not the one I'd pick if I was displaying this on my shelf. But overall, this figure moves really well. No stiffness on the torso. Arms move great. Legs move great, which is really surprising because if you have been collecting Mattel figures for a good amount of time, you know the big boys, like the heavier guys, their figures usually are notoriously stiff and like they're struggle to move. But this Ultimate Edition, usually Ultimate Editions don't have that problem. And this Ultimate Edition of King Kong Bundy has killed it. It is amazing representation of him and is not stiff at all. The last step we're going to do is put on this shirt. I'm going to at least attempt to put on this shirt on him. And there you have it. I had the t-shirt on him. It fits him real nice and snug because he is a big boy. This shirt is nice and stretchy though. Fits the arms very well and everything. Looks good on him. You can see they're standing there. Looks great on him. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this head. Let's pop this head off actually. Oh my goodness. It's on there real snug. This head right here. This is the head. This is for sure the best head out of the whole pack, out of all four of them. I mean, it really represents him very well. Let's get a open hand on this King Kong Bundy, so we can kind of like pose with him. Yeah, there you go. That is a perfect representation of King Kong Bundy. Looks great. This figure is awesome. All right, so there you have it. That was the review of the new WWE Ultimate Edition Coliseum Collection Edition King Kong Bundy. If you're a collector of the Coliseum Collection Edition, I'm assuming you're a completist and you probably already got this, so I don't have to say you should get it. If you are a collector of the early 80s into the 90s, I say this is a must. Because King Kong Bundy wrestled a lot during the 80s. And he's a big representation, like WrestleMania 2 when he fought Hulk Hogan. Like, he's a big deal. So I feel like this is a must if you're a retro collector for WWE action figures. If you're a modern day wrestling figure collector, you might not want King Kong Bundy. You might not even know about the Coliseum Collection Edition because it really is only Mattel Creations and Ringside exclusive thing. They're not in stores. So you might not know about it. But in my opinion, I collect all things, but I've always found King Kong Bundy really cool, and I feel like this is a very toyetic figure, so I highly recommend this figure. I think this figure is awesome, so go check it out. And it is available on Ringside Collectibles. I don't think it's available on Mattel Creations. I could be wrong, but I know it for sure. It is available on Ringside Collectibles. Go check it out right now. This figure is awesome. Highly recommend it. This is JRW Live. Make sure to like and like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more recipe content because we post daily. And recently, we've been cooking on content. We've been posting even twice a day, videos and shorts, but we always post at least a short or a video every single day on this YouTube channel. Also, go check out my Instagram and TikTok. My Instagram is all lowercase, JRW Live, no spaces. I'd highly appreciate that. Also, go check out my TikTok, which is lowercase JRW, then underscore lowercase live. So I'd highly appreciate if you go check out both of those and like and follow over there. That'd be very nice of you. But enough with all that. This is JW Live. Make sure to like and follow, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This King Kong Bundy is freaking awesome.